For ages, the world's wisdom lived in stone and ink, in scrolls, in ledgers, in manuscripts. Knowledge was scarce, protected by distance and access. Then the barrier fell. The digital age broke down the walls, turning scarcity into saturation. The answer to any question was suddenly everywhere, instantly and overwhelmingly. Knowledge was now a flow, a rapid, endless stream of data. And now, the flow is becoming a mind. Artificial intelligence is not just accessing information, it's learning from it, reasoning with it, and creating entirely new connections. We're moving from mere retrieval to real-time synthesis. No matter how vast the network or how complex the algorithm, every significant breakthrough, every transformative change begins in the same silent place, with a question, with an idea, with Babbily.
Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us today for Babbily's first ever live event. We're thrilled to show you what we've built. Over the past 2 years, 38,000 people have trusted us enough to create an account with Babbily, and we listened to every single one of you. Every frustration, every feature request, every moment where the platform didn't work quite just the way it should. This week we launched the result of those conversations. A complete ground-up rebuild with full-stack infrastructure designed specifically to address the friction that was holding our users back. What you're about to see isn't just an iteration. It's a reimagining of how people should interact with AI. One platform, every model, every tool, no friction. With me today is Tyler, our Chief Operating Officer, and he's going to walk you through the platform.
Thanks, Chris. I'm thrilled to give the demo today. Starting with our model selector, Babbily runs inference on all leading models across text, embedding, image, video, and audio. Users can switch between any model instantly depending on their task, all within the same conversation. Each model is paired with applicable tools. For example, if you're using Perplexity Sonar, you can enable search to get citations, turn on thinking to extend the model's reasoning, or activate deep research, which works agentically to conduct comprehensive research on your prompt. The tools adapt to what the model can actually do. Our voice feature enables true voice-to-voice interaction when the model supports it. If not, it transcribes your voice into written prompt seamlessly. Users can upload any file type applicable to the model they're using, or connect and pull content directly from integrations, all powered by MCP connectors. This means your context can come from anywhere.
And I'll give you a little example here. So I'm going to click the voice icon. Hi, my name is Chris. Transcribe this. And you can see it populates what I just said into the bar, just really for ease of use. Now, coming back to that model selector that Tyler was talking about, here's what makes it truly powerful. You have the ability to switch models mid-conversation without losing any context. So for example, you can start writing with Claude, mid-context, as soon as that output is delivered, switch to GPT-5 for analysis, and then even jump to Perplexity for research, all within the same thread with full conversation history carried over seamlessly. And that's really coming from our memory functionality. And even though that's in beta, our memory feature is going to learn about you and your preferences over time. It remembers context from previous conversations that you had, how you applied your settings from location to work function, important details, really making every interaction more personalized and efficient without you having to repeat yourself. Where this gets shown even further is going to be in the prompt toolbar, which is completely reworked, by the way. The prompt toolbar is dynamic and it's going to learn from your usage. For example, if you're constantly using Babbily to refactor code, the suggested prompts are going to automatically gear towards coding tasks. It's going to adapt to how you actually work. That way, those prompts aren't just for the beginner user. You can begin using them to expedite and accelerate your workflows as an advanced user. Now, another thing that we reworked and we paid a lot of attention to was how we save your threads and how can you access old threads. And what we did is we came up with a library, and it's really a unified content management system that's going to work very similar to Google Drive or Dropbox. You can access all of your generated content, whether that's text, images, video, audio. You can organize it. You can share it with team members or other Babbily users. And the nice part is everything you create stays in an organized place. You can rename it. Everything is under one roof, so you can always access the content you're generating. Going even further, on the left-hand side here, on the side nav, very simple feature that we probably should have added a long time ago is the ability to rename and reorder threads. So for example, if I want to change kind of this thread title that's automatically generated, I can just right-click, rename, and whatever I rename it to is going to be also reflected in the library. And it's just another small minor change that we made to really improve the experience for you and also just make sure that your content is always findable and organized. So now that we've talked about organization and the library, one of the new features that we're really excited to announce is the news section. And our news section is basically going to scrape the internet for relevant articles based on your location, again, using that memory. And then it uses Perplexity to write summaries with full context about that article. And everything is going to be cited. And it's really in an effort to allow you to pull in outside context and further digest it. For example, I'm pulling in a Yahoo article about why Yahoo stock is going up. I want to know more than what the article initially explained. Using the context of the article and then further search tools, I can say, okay, explain why it's going up. What does this chart mean? What are factors that I should be paying attention to? And it really allows you to expand your knowledge of that article and of that topic. And then after you're done utilizing news, you'll probably look underneath and you'll see Babs. And Babs is our new custom prompt saver. And it's very similar to ChatGPT's GPTs, if you're familiar. It's basically going to allow you to save time by creating reusable prompts. And eventually this will evolve into building full agents and automated workflows. This is probably long overdue, but something that we felt was necessary, both for beginners, but there's also a use case for more advanced users as well here. So as this develops, I think the potential is limitless, but as of right now, I think this is just a useful AI time saver, if you will. Exiting Babs a little bit here, I'm going to start diving into enhanced settings. So I'm going to click bottom left here. You're going to see language. One of the things that we thought was paramount is expanding our language beyond English. We have users all over the world, and we were kind of handicapping everyone to, interacting with Babbily from an English perspective. Now we've added 10 languages, some of the top languages and most used languages in the world. That way, this is a truly global platform. Moving into settings, you'll see everything here is completely reworked and further developed. First thing you'll see is the ability to set location. We kind of already mentioned this. This is going to be important because this is where your news is coming from if you're not accepting the current, your current location prompt that pops up. It's going to give you the ability to give Babbily some context. What are your personal preferences? What is the tone that, you want Babbily to answer in? What are some kind of annoying things that AI does that you want to avoid? Maybe it's certain giveaways that something was written by AI. And then you'll see at the bottom here, the ability to toggle memory on and memory off. Now, memory's in beta, so every memory feature that we have talked about here isn't going to work 100% of the time, just to be completely transparent. We're working on achieving that benchmark, but for the most part, it should work pretty cleanly. Now, if you don't want to, you don't want Babbily learning, you don't want Babbily tailoring itself to you as a user, just toggle it off and all of that memory context goes away. So scrolling down a little bit here, you'll see appearance. We already had light and dark mode. We still have light and dark mode. Works almost identically the same. But you'll also see that we added the ability to change font type from default or dyslexic friendly. I'm going to scroll down a little bit further. You're going to see the option to very simply manage your plan, whether that is changing billing, seeing how many tokens you've used, really kind of just giving you more control over your plan and over your experience. We have a built-out team functionality. So not all of our users are team users, but for the users that are team users, this is going to allow you to add members, manage permissions, share libraries, and collaborate seamlessly across your organization. It was important to us as we brought in more team users to further build this out, to make this as useful to your organization as we possibly could. And then last but not least, you'll see integrations, which is coming soon. We're very close to finalizing it. And basically what this is a bunch of MCP connectors that's going to allow you to pull context in from GitHub. It's going to allow you to pull context in from Google Drive, from Hugging Face, really allowing you to, again, expand outside of just using Babbily. And that's the new Babbily platform. This is shipping today worldwide. We know many of you have been patient with us as we've rebuilt this from the ground up, and we can't thank you enough for sticking with us through the journey. But this is just the beginning. We want to hear from you, your feedback, your ideas, what's working, what's not. We're going to keep updating, keep expanding, and keep building this platform based on what you tell us that you need. Thank you all so much for being here today and for being part of Babblily's story. Now let's build something incredible together.